Today's recipe is extremely close to my heart as it's my husband's favorite veg dum biryani. I have divided this recipe into 3 parts. So first we are going to prep the vegetables for the biryani. First we are going to marinate the vegetables. So I am taking about half a cup of carrots, 1 cup of potatoes, 1 cup of capsicum, 1 cup of mushrooms, and about 1/4 cup of green peas, 2 green chilies, and then we are going to just toss them together. So I've diced all the vegetables. You can either chop them as small as you want or you can just leave big chunks of them. Now we're going to add 1 cup of curd to it. Next we add some spices like some garam masala powder, some red chili powder, some jaifal powder, turmeric, and coriander powder. Mix everything together, and now we are going to let these vegetables sit in the marinade for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now it's time to cook the vegetables. So I've taken some oil in the pan, and now I'm going to add some jeera, bay leaf, and dried whole red chilies along with some black pepper and cloves. Then I'm going to add some javitri, which is mace, and then just stir them lightly. Now we're going to add the marinated vegetables. We won't need any additional water for cooking this because the vegetables are going to release the moisture once cooked, and the curd will act as the base of the gravy. Cover and cook this on medium flame for about 15 minutes. Once the curry starts to boil, we are going to add some more red chili powder, some garam masala, and some nutmeg powder or jaifal powder as you say. Or you can also add some regular ready-made biryani masala powder over here. Now mix everything well. Then we add some salt. And now we are going to again cover this back and cook till the curry dries up a little bit. Now that the curry has reduced slightly, I'm going to add some kasuri methi and some fresh mint leaves. Cover back again till the curry reduces a little bit more. This would take you about 7-8 minutes, and after this you can see that the curry has dried up quite a lot, and this is the consistency where you need to stop the cooking and let the vegetable curry cool down slightly. You can check if it's ready by just mashing a potato with the ladle, and if it breaks easily, then your curry is ready. Next step is to prepare the rice. For this, I have taken 2 cups of basmati rice and washed them thoroughly. Now I am going to add some water and a little oil, and then soak the rice in this oil water for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now we are going to cook this rice. So transfer it in a pan. Add a cinnamon stick, a black cardamom, and a star anise along with 2 spots of green cardamom and some more water. Then we are going to squeeze and add juice of 1 lemon. Mix everything together and then cover and cook the rice on low flame till they are done almost 80%. We don't have to fully boil the rice. There should be a slight bite left in it. Once done, keep it aside. Now we're going to make some more elements that are essential to biryani. So first we are going to make some berista. So I'm going to take some oil in a pan and heat it. To this hot oil, I'm going to add some finely sliced onions, and then we need to fry the onions till they turn brown. The flame should be on medium high. You can notice that the onions have started to brown slightly. Keep stirring so that they don't burn. The key to making a really nice berista is to slice the onions as finely as possible. Now that the onions have nicely browned, I'm going to take them out over a kitchen towel or paper napkin to absorb the excess oil and keep them aside. Next, I'm going to roast some dry fruits. So I've taken about 1 teaspoon of ghee in a pan, and then I'm going to roast some almonds and cashews in the ghee. Once the cashews start to turn slightly brown, take them out and keep aside. Now the final step is to assemble the biryani and put it over dum. So for this I have taken an earthen pot. You can also take any heavy bottom pan if you want. Spread some ghee all over the pan so that the rice doesn't stick to it. Now first we are going to place a layer of rice at the bottom. Spread it so that there is scope for steam to release. Sprinkle some berista over it, followed by some chopped coriander and mint leaves. And then we are going to spread a layer of the vegetable curry that we made. The rice and the curry both are hot at this moment. So when you give them, they will get cooked in their own steam itself. Now similarly, alternate between layers of rice and vegetable curry and sprinkling some berista, roasted dry fruits and chopped coriander and mint leaves in between. Now the final top layer should be of rice, and then sprinkle some berista over it, followed by some more freshly chopped leaves, a big dollop of ghee, some kesar soaked in milk, about a teaspoon of Shahi Biryani essence. This is completely optional. You can also sprinkle some biryani masala, about a teaspoon of kevda water or rose water or any other essence of your choice. Then cover the pot with a lid. Seal the edges with some atta dough. There shouldn't be any gap left. You can use any kind of a lid, whether a transparent glass lid or even a steel plate can work. All you need to do is put some heavy weight over it. Now if you are using a glass lid like this which has a small steam vent, you need to cover that as well with some dough. Now we need to give dum to the biryani on indirect heat. So I've placed a tawa on the gas stove, and then I'll place this clay pot over the tawa, and then we are going to cook the biryani on dum for about 20 to 30 minutes on the lowest flame. Once done, remove the dough seal and the lid, and your vegetable dum biryani is ready. You can see how fluffy the rice is. Each and every grain of basmati rice is absolutely clear and don't stick with each other. This is the right way of cooking biryani. Serve it along with some biryani gravy, that is salan or shorba, and some raita, and enjoy a wholesome meal. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So do hit the like button, share with your friends and comment down below your opinion, and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting recipes.